Mhm. Hey everybody, this is Joseph Hasek, and welcome to the Fired Up Network. Welcome to World Cup today. Welcome to semifinal number one review with Spain taking on France. And this was a match. And Carmen Asako, the coach, is joining us live right now. Coach, I'm very emotional. As you know, nobody gives me credit. My family is Spanish. Now, as you know, for the last almost 2 years, I had, well, I'll say it, the shit kicked out of me, losing everybody for the last 2 years. I lost my dad, my mom, my other uncle, my cousin. Well, today, looking down in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. I mentioned Dallas Cowboy Stadium because I'm not going to say Texas Stadium. Nobody knows Texas Stadium. Dallas Cowboy Stadium, where I had some big wins with the Buffalo Bills. But today, it was whooping like I've never seen Spain play. Technical, and they showed why Spanish football is better than French football. And where was Mbappe? Even though he had a few chances at the end of the game, where was Mbappe? This victory for Spain, 2-0, was for my mom, my uncle, and everybody in the Gabay family. Everybody in the Gabay family. I spoke to my uncle who's battling cancer and has um, Parkinson's, and he was crying. He says he's never been prouder of a team in his life. 2-0 Sunday. They play the winner, and we'll do a preview of that later between Argentina and England. But what did you think overall of Spain's conquest over France?
I thought it was a masterclass. I thought the Spanish were by far the better team. Created incredible chances. Obviously, the chance that they created for the PK was a difference maker, and it's moments. Digne maybe didn't need to kick at that ball. You never know what happens, but but overall the game was just a masterclass for the Spanish. They dominated in every sense of the way. The French didn't react. They've been down before. Obviously, last year in the last World Cup in the final, they just didn't react well, and the Spanish just with the ball were so good. They just killed the game, and it was refreshing to see that. It's not about all physical aspects of the game. It's not about pressing all the time. It's about good football and keeping the football and breaking teams down. And that's what the Spanish did exactly. And their second goal was a masterclass as well. Just fantastic. They were by far the better team. And I
Have you ever
honestly didn't see it coming.
have that's what I was gonna say. Have you ever seen Spanish football play a better game? And let's face it, they weren't against nothing against Turkey and Azerbaijan and all that. They were against France, semifinalists, and 2 years or actually 8 years ago won the World Cup. So this wasn't easy. And how about if you want to be France, you're going to play a third place game, maybe against Argentina, maybe against England. Who's going to be more up for that game if England's in the third place game? England and Argentina, you're going to have Mbappe and Messi there. Who's going to be up for that game? But uh, France just didn't have it today. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, I thought it was more because of the Spanish football, Spanish possession, Spanish attacking, dealing with the transition actions, keeping the ball so well, winning it back so quickly. All their platforms of great football that they've believed in for so many years came to the forefront today, and I thought they were better at everything. And you know what? Let's put things in perspective. One of the best players in the world, and Pedri, didn't even step on the field. So their midfield was incredibly solid. And Rodri has been shown that he's world class before with Manchester City and coming off injury, coming off everything that he did. He was just the tone setter today, and I think that he was the impetus of this masterclass.
And what about the goalie? Simon was, even though at the end he came off, that guy was confident. He came all the way almost to midfield there. So
Just
basically,
reading things, reading their pace. They're reading. They even played a highest line, and Simon, when he was needed to come out working with his feet, he did the job. They held their line well. There were some moments where the timing wasn't so great and the offsides were minimal, but it is the game. And congratulations to the Spanish. Congratulations to your family, as much as it means to them. That's which is we all know what this game means to everybody. The emotional uh, impact that it has on countries and on individuals, and the statements that it makes. But it's incredible for Spain. Honestly, probably coming into this game as the underdog, and with so much hype with the French team, and they was just like I think this is 38 international games or something unbeaten. They've never lost a tournament game. It's incredible. It's incredible what Fuentes has done, and never coaching a professional game. It's incredible what the Spanish Federation's done, and I think it's a model for all of us to follow.
and let's face it, when we did the pre-show, and I know you were busy with, I had Norm and Giancarlo Alino, and both of them picked France to win. I'm the only one, and I'm looking at around all the media. I don't think anybody, from what I know, picked Spanish to win. And if you look at prior, and I urge everybody to check it out, I said Spanish will win 2-0. What was the score, Carm? That's all I'm saying. All right,
Two
that's all
two
I'm saying.
nothing. The score was two
No, 2
nothing.
0 No, 2-0. Now, Carm, I'm going to ask you this. We'll do a preview of tomorrow's game later on, but does it really matter if they play like they did today? Does it really matter who they play?
That's a great. Yeah, I mean, uh, no, I mean, like obviously this is going to be a learning tool for whoever they do play in the final. It's a learning tool on how to ball defend. It's a learning tool that maybe they need to press a little higher and not create space in behind because they're prepared for that. So all of those moments and everything that Spain did today was for today, but it might affect the result tomorrow or Sunday, obviously. So but again, Argentina has England to worry about, and England has Argentina to worry about. But whoever does get through there, it's going to be interesting to see how they tactically observe what's going on.
And I'm going to say this also. Uh, it should be 3-0 because they called an offside goal on Yamil. And this guy, what is he, 18, 19-year old? He played amazing today. And we still haven't seen him hit his stride. Oh my gosh, it's a World Cup final on Sunday in East Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, everything. Imagine not only if Spain wins, if he's the player of the game. What a way to upset here, go, to 2030, 2034, and all that. What do you say? And we'll do a preview just in a few minutes, but what do you say about Yamel there? He controlled the game and should have that was
I
whisker
mean, the
away.
most important thing he did was work for the group. Work for the group is
Yeah.
important, and they talk about Argentina working for Messi, which is the group. And you talk about the limitations of sometimes Mbappe not working for the group, as has happened, and you look at maybe PSG's success without Mbappe. But that's what Lamal did today. Is he worked for the group. He was part of it. He wasn't the main attraction, and he accepts the role. But yeah, that goal, I'm not even sure it was offside. But what a fantastic finish! What a fantastic action! And he's been doing the little things well. He's been doing the little things well for them.
And again, guys, 18, 19, that means for next 2, 3 World Cups, that's the future. That's the future. So before we close it out here, again, tomorrow we'll preview the second semifinal. But since we're sort of at the World Cup already, give me your highs and lows, and let's close out on Team Canada. Group of 16, really, really good. They had a couple of injuries there with Kone going down and all that, but and you seen and you trained and got these guys to the level already. You are one of the guys that don't get enough credit. I'm saying this with all true. I don't know what's going on with the show. I'm very very emotional, but you're one of the guys who don't get enough credit there. Speak about your estimation about Team Canada's run and overall so far of the World Cup.
I mean, watching these guys develop, being part of them for a good part of a year or so. I people are gonna kill me for this and hate me for this, but I think that they're where they should be, and I expected a little more. I expected a little
Really,
more. Yeah, just a little more because I think that their potential and their ability. And yes, obviously this is done without Alfonso Davies. This is done without 100% Bombito. This is done without 100%. I mean, Kone being lost. So there's different situations, and you put in a very young De Figaro. There's so many good things that happen for Canada in this World Cup for sure, 100,000%. But I don't think that they should rest on these standards. I think that
we have seemed to be losing Carmen here. Carmen, are you still there? We technical difficulties. It looks like we lost Carmen for a second. Hopefully, we'll get back Carm in a few seconds. Again, if you're just joining, semifinal number one of the World Cup 2026 today in Texas Stadium, Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. Spain absolutely did a number on France here as they really beat France down 2-0, Spain winning, and we're going to be joined once again by Carmen.
sorry about
Carmen,
that.
go ahead.
Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I
no problem. No
apologize.
problem. Go ahead, Carmen.
So yeah, I mean, I think Canada still needs to look at itself as the strides they've made tactically, the stride they've made technically. So there's lots of stuff to do. There's all kinds of things that we need to do still and grow. But I think that they're where they're at. And I think that they need to be. They can't just rest on these laurels. They need to raise the standards.
All right, and overall, like plus and minus of other teams in the World Cup. Obviously, Spain today really nobody expected that. Not even me, who wanted Spain to win. But uh, any downers? Carm, can you hear me? Again, we're having technical difficulties with Carm. Carm, can you hear me? All right, he'll probably join back in. Again, I was saying today in Texas Stadium, Arlington, Texas, home. It's Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Spain beating France 2-0. Should have been 3-0. Yamil had an offside goal called back. Was really not, what am I going to say, an offside, but should have been 3-0. Again, um, Spain moving on to the World Cup of Soccer on Sunday in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Hopefully, we'll be joined once again by Carm. And all in all, very, very good match. Convincing. Spain handed it to France, really handed it to France. And I've never been prouder of a Spanish team. They really did go all out. And again, this victory is para mi madre, para mi tío, and otro tío, Uncle Doctor, Uncle Vidal, and mi madre, and other tío here, Elias. I know I spoke to him, and he was very excited with the win. So, Mom, this one's for you. We got one more left on Sunday. But again, Fired Up Network. And we got so much here to tell you about. Check out our new revamped firedupnetwork.ca. You want Toronto Tempo updates. You want Blue Jay updates. You want Major League Baseball, NHL, Marley's updates, wrestling updates. Each and every show of wrestling. We got Raw. We got NXT. We got AEW Dynamite. We got SmackDown. We got collision, and pay-per-views, write-ups, and everything. You missed it? Plus, check out our 212 platforms on the Fired Up Audio Network. Check it out. Over 4 million listeners there. Check it out also. And in a few weeks, we're going to relaunch femnetwork.ca, and also an announcement regarding TV. Yes, more TV. TV station that we're going to be on. We're going to be on every Apple iPhone, Apple tablet, Apple TV, Android phone, Android tablet, Roku, Amazon Fire Sticks, LG TVs, smart TVs, TCL TVs, Sony TVs, you name it. We'll have an announcement about that maybe in the next week, maybe for July or uh, July 15th, something like that. Maybe in the next week or two. But again, in case you missed it, semifinal number one of the World Cup, Spain beats France 2-0. Check out tomorrow for the preview of semifinal number two, where we'll find out who Spain plays in the World Cup on Sunday from East Rutherford, New Jersey.